The game is now underway between UNT Dallas eSports, sitting at a 2-0 record, and Fanshawe College sitting at a 3-0 record. UNT Dallas, the blue team on the left side of your screen, Innovative Slayer, Chris, and Unit. On the right side of your screen is Fanshawe College. The orange team is Chris, puts that one in, was able to sneak it just inside the post. Fanshawe College with a 1-1 record, down 1-0 early in this one. Chris with the opening goal. Fanshawe College on the right side of your screen, the orange team. We got Lizard. We got Lizard, Wagon, and Greeley. It's Wagon going up for a shot, is not going to connect. Chris and Slayer going to maybe make a little bit of a mistake there and bump into each other as they try to dribble that ball forward. Unit able to avoid the demo attempt from Wagon. A pass from Unit to Chris. Unfortunately, that one does get snuffed out by Fanshawe College. Innovative Slayer going to try to play this one up for himself. Has Chris in the middle. Chris, though, not going to be able to get that ball, but it's going to be air with the double tap, down and in. Unit able to score, make it 2-0 for UNT Dallas. 53 seconds in. Double tap off the crossbar, dribble it a little bit. And that's a 2-0 lead for UNT Dallas. Rocket League, a best-of-5 game. The bubbles on the bottom of the scoreboard indicating the series counts. This is game 1 between these two teams. The best 3 out of 5. UNT Dallas up here in game 1. 2 goals in under a minute to start this one off. As Innovative Slayer now going to go for a little bit of a dribble attempt. However, ran out of boost. Unit trying to stall here. Wagon gets it through Unit, but not through Chris. Was able to successfully stall long enough for UNT Dallas to get back, get boost, and maybe start a counteroffensive. Although Wagon up to Lizard playing, but Lizard not able to get to that ball. Wagon not able to get there either. It's going to be Innovative Slayer going to try to throw this up, but Greeley almost completes the pass for Slayer over to Unit. Fanshawe on the back foot here early in this one. Innovative Slayer is going to beat 2, but not 3. Unit gets the ball chipped over his head. Chris is now going to try to dribble this one out. Wagon's going to contest that. It's going to be a whiff from Chris. It's going to mean Unit is going to have to go up and defend this attempt from Greeley, which he does. Unit trying to put this one down for Chris. Well defended by Wagon of Fanshawe College. Innovative Slayer now going to try to get this one out front. Chris is going to dunk one, and that's going to find its way under the crossbar. Chris, second goal of the game here, as he was able to dunk it right over Greeley, and Lizard just not able to get to that ball in time. That's going to be a 3-0 lead for UNT Dallas, just under 3 minutes remaining in this one. UNT Dallas won both their first 2 games of the season by a score of 3-1, and interestingly enough, lost Game 3 both times. So an early lead for UNT Dallas, not too uncommon. We'll see how they're able to close out here tonight. Innovative Slayer with a nice save on the Lizard attempt here. Unit now going to try to dribble this one out. Is able to get around Wagon, but is not able to get around Lizard. It's going to be Innovative Slayer. A little bit of a scary back touch to the corner here. Greeley beats Chris to the ball. Chris low on boost. What a dribble attempt from Aaron, but it does get knocked off of his nose. That's going to be a pass from Chris to Innovative Slayer. Slayer not able to put that ball back or into the net, puts it back into the corner instead. Innovative with a nice 50 ball. Puts this up for Chris. Chris not going to be able to follow these touches. Fanshawe doing just enough to keep UNT Dallas on their heels, and Unit puts that one just wide of the net. Innovative Slayer tries to throw that one back across, also going wide. Unit now going to pop this one up for Chris. Chris not going to be able to get up to that ball. It's going to be Innovative Slayer now, going for a little air dribble attempt. Tries to go through 3. Gets by 2, but not the last member of Fanshawe College who's able to come with that save. Chris now with a pass to Unit, passes it back to Chris. Chris, unfortunately, out of boost, not able to put up a shot that is truly dangerous. As Greeley tries to put a dribble on Chris, and Chris says, no, sir. Chris trying to pass this one up to Unit, not able to get enough power to get upfield enough to Unit. That's a huge dunk from Greeley. Chris, though, able to defend that one away. Ooh, and Chris went for that one. Or sorry, I think that was Slayer actually went for that one. Just barely missing that ball. Unit taking a favorable 50 for Fanshawe. It's going to be Chris and Slayer back on defense, though. UNT Dallas been in full control so far. Unit trying to chip it over. Lizard not able to get the ball all the way over. Does get it out front, but Chris not going to be able to get his shots on goal as Wagon was there. Or sorry, I believe it was Greeley there to defend. Wagon going to try to do a pass, but it's going to be Innovative Slayer with a demo on Greeley in the mirror demo. Chris going for the double tap. Unfortunately, putting that one just too high. Innovative Slayer going to throw this ball out front, see if it finds any members of UNT Dallas. Was not able to, and this ball is a little scary, but Unit able to clear this one out. 10 seconds remaining here in game one. Unit going to try a little pass out front. Nobody home, though. UNT Dallas looks to be playing smart here, not going to give up a last-minute goal. Innovative Slayer going to try to pop this one up. Wagon going to get a pass over to Greeley, but Innovative Slayer is going to preserve the shutout, and UNT Dallas is going to win game one by a score of 3-0. A pair of goals from Chris, and one more beautiful double tap from Unit. Chris and Slayer also picking up a couple save each, and Innovative Slayer with 2 assists on the night here. As UNT Dallas now be up 1-0 in the series, as indicated by the bubbles underneath the scoreboard in this best of 5. Like I said, through the first 2 games of the season, UNT Dallas won games 2, 4, or 1, 2, and 4. And both times lost game 3. My teammates absolutely sold me last week. My hat-trick performance. I'm kidding. I choked the save on the final goal, on the game-tying goal. That was on me. It's Fanshawe College getting a favorable kickoff here and applying a bit of pressure. Hadn't seen them do this through the first minute of last game, so maybe off to a little bit better start here. As both teams going to be warmed up and into this game, and it's going to be a nice attempt there from Innovative Slayer. Does get saved by Wagon. And Unit with a nice contest on Greeley's dribble attempt here. UNT Dallas still on the blue side, still on the left side of your screen. Scoreboard not going to change sides in Rocket League, unlike Call of Duty. And Overwatch, I think, also can sometimes. Now the team put up a lot right now. This is kind of a volleyball match here. Both teams just kind of throwing the ball across court. Only one real shot attempt here. Although Lizard's going to try a little dribble play, not going to get to that ball. It's going to be Slayer and Chris double committing to the same corner. Unit going to have to make the play. Tries to just put it out of harm's way right now as UNT Dallas completely on the back foot. A little bit of a sour touch from Unit is going to put Chris in an awkward spot. Chris going to try to maybe make the first controlled play for UNT Dallas here as he does get a nice dribble carry, hands it off right to Unit, but he's going to get that one ripped off of his bumper by Wagon. Innovative Slayer going to have to come up with that save. He's able to stop the first shot, but not the second shot from Greeley. Slayer was able to knock that one away from Wagon, but a favorable bounce for Greeley. Chris just a little slow on the rotation, ran out of boost, didn't get the corner. And Fanshawe going to pick up the lead in this one. A minute and a half into this game, they're going to lead 1-0. Innovative Slayer now gets the flip right over Greeley and eats instantly. 3 seconds later, evens this game up at 1 apiece. Huge win from Chris. And then the nice little flick from Slayer right over Greeley. UNT Dallas with the instant answer 3 seconds later. Able to tie this game up. Lizard playing now with a kickoff attempt of his own, as it looks like we're just going to be playing kickoff goals here. Chris now going to try to get this one out. Unit pops it right over Wagon. Chris trying to pop this one back out front, but it's going to be too wide out for Innovative Slayer. Plus, Unit still in the air on the offensive attempt meant Slayer can't really go without triple committing and absolutely selling his own team. She wisely did not do a nice challenge here from Innovative Slayer off the backboard. Don't think there's going to be any quality follow-up from UNT Dallas. Is Greeley going to dribble this one out and over the team? Chris, maybe a little overcommitted here. We'll see if Fanshawe is able to punish. Does not look like it, though, as Unit and Innovative Slayer took all the options from Fanshawe as they were retreating. Innovative Slayer now going to pass it up to Unit, and that's going to be a goal for UNT Dallas. And a beautiful passing play. Innovative Slayer with a nice first touch here, and then a beautiful pass up to Unit. Unit finishes the job. And UNT Dallas, a little bit of flash, takes the lead here in game 2, up 2-1, just under the halfway mark. Unit now going to land and put that ball. Oh, had absolutely no momentum, so wasn't able to get any power behind that touch, but was almost able to get that touch. Innovative Slayer going for a wild flick, wasn't able to land it. If he did, an absolute highlight reel goal potential, as Chris actually going to get a terrible 50 off. And Unit, oh, another terrible 50 back-to-back. Horrible 50-50 balls for UNT Dallas as Chris loses that one to Lizard, and then Unit gives that one up, and Greeley actually stealing the goal from Lizard playing. The chem on Fanshawe, absolutely horrible after that one in the comms. But Fanshawe does tie this one up 2-2 with just over 2 minutes remaining in game 2. Wagon now going to put a shot towards the net. Chris puts it off the inside corner of the crossbar and post. And it bounced out. And yeah, there's nothing to worry about. All calculated. No concerns. Innovative Slayer with a nice stop on the wagon attempt. And nobody there for Fanshawe to score the open goal. Innovative Slayer with a nice stop on Lizard playing. Really going to get the demo on Chris to keep him from scoring an own goal. It's going to be Innovative Slayer and Unit. Puts that one right off the post. And almost a beautiful, another beautiful passing play for UNT Dallas. Come up just wide of the net. It's Chris going to demo Greeley and not allow him to get a dribble play off. Nice 50 from Innovative Slayer. Is going to put it over to Chris. Chris now and try to generate some offense for UNT Dallas. Gets a nice 50. Innovative Slayer is going to be up for that. Trying to put that one down. Gets the read, but that one's going to be just wide. And Unit's going to follow that one up and pick up his second goal of the game here. Innovative Slayer almost getting a really nice touch there off the back wall. It's going to be the misplay from Wagon. It's going to open the net for Unit. And Unit taps that one home to restore the lead for UNT Dallas. Back up 1 here with just over 1 minute to go. Innovative Slayer going to go for a little bit of a sidewall dribble here. Unit going to try to get to that ball and try to get a favorable 50, but is going to come up just short. Lizard now going to go for a dribble play. Chris is going to say no, sir. And Innovative Slayer and Chris are going to get a dunk. Unit's going to get a back demo, and it's going to be Greel, or not Greel, that was a Lizard with a great save to keep this a 1-goal deficit for Fanshawe. Chris now going to put this one off the sidewall. Unit going to go right over the top of Wagon, but that one is going to go just wide of the net. Almost an amazing dunk for Unit. To me, Chris basically turned the ball right over to Lizard, but Lizard's actually going to miss the ball. Wagon going to throw this one down, but it's going to be Innovative Slayer in control here. And Lizard not going to be able to get a dribble attempt as Chris gets the demo from behind. Unit going to try to pop this one out. Is not going to be able to get this one out to the front of the net. UNT Dallas just needs to hold on for 5 seconds here as Chris going to try to throw this one out front. Don't expect anyone from UNT Dallas to try to go for that goal. They're going to play back on defense, and UNT Dallas going to take a 2-0 series lead here, winning this one 3-2. Innovative Slayer with the goal and 2 assists. Unit with a pair of goals, and Chris with an assist and the only save of the game for UNT Dallas. Unit putting up 5 shots that game. Volume shooter, but does put in a couple of goals. And it looks like there's going to be a substitute on the side of Fanshawe. So it may be a couple seconds of break here, but it looks like everybody was able to get in the game no problem. And we are underway here. Game 3, UNT Dallas up 2-0 in this series of this best of 5. Could be a closeout game for UNT Dallas, but they have been in this closeout game situation twice this season. See if they are able to execute here tonight in Game 3. As Unit going to go and get the forward demo for Chris. Give Chris a one-on-one, but he is not able to beat Greeley in that one-on-one. It's going to be Innovative Slayer switching up the preset a little bit here. Going with the NRG card, not sponsored, by the way. Innovative Slayer now going to try to go for a dribble pass over to Chris. Chris puts a shot backdoor, but it's going to be Greeley with the, or sorry, no, it's actually going to be Perky with the save. The substitute in for Lizard playing. And Greeley's going to stop that one. UNT Dallas not going to be able to get anything more, but Unit's actually going to get a little bit of a bad touch here. And putting it right up for Greeley is going to be Unit. Trying to dribble this one across. Chris losing a 50 here. Innovative Slayer is going to be back, though. Going to pop this one up for Chris. Chris actually going to get dunked by Greeley, and that's going to be barred down for Greeley. It's going to be Fanshawe taking the opening goal once again here. Greeley just barely beating Chris to that ball, getting that one barred down. A great contest from Fanshawe is going to give them the early lead here, up 1-0 in Game 3. Unit going to play this one over Wagon's head. Wagon now going to try to play this one off the backboard. It's going to be a shot from Chris. Oh, posting out, and it's going to be Innovative Slayer dunking that one off the post. I thought he was going to go posting out here too. It's Chris just barely missing this one. And then Innovative Slayer with the double touch off the post. Not a true double tap, not a hot one, but it is going to be effective enough to give them the equalizer goal here. Innovative Slayer now going to try to go for a sexier double tap, and that is going to be a much nicer double tap out of Innovative Slayer. This one off the top of the post. Chasing this one all the way down the court and hitting that double tap. UNT Dallas now going up 2-1 in this game, just under a minute and a half into Game 3. Unit now going to try to go for a full cross court, and he gets the flip reset. He gets it, and Unit with a beauty gets his flip back. Oh, right over Greeley. And Unit puts UNT Dallas up 3-1 here, just under a minute and a half into this game. Innovative Slayer now sees your flip reset and raises, throwing it towards the net. That's actually going to be Unit putting that one down, and almost an own goal from Fanshawe, but it does go off the inside of the crossbar and out. A huge 50 out of Innovative Slayer. Unfortunately, no follow-up to be had as Unit did get demoed there. Chris not going to be able to follow that one up. Wagon is going to put this one down in the corner. Gets it behind Unit, but not behind Innovative Slayer. Slayer now going to try to pop this one out for his team, but unfortunately is going to be defended. Chris, though, is going to go up. We're not able to get that double touch. Unit now going to go for a double. He's not going to find one either. But it's going to be Chris defending on that sidewall. And Innovative Slayer going to go get a little bit aggressive. Pops this one up for a 50 play. Unit, I think he actually got his flip there, but it's going to be Wagon bumping him mid-air, taking away his offensive opportunity. Innovative Slayer comes up just short of nice little passing play. And that's actually Chris slotting that one in. I really thought this was not going to be a very dangerous touch from Chris, but there's no goalies on the side of Fanshawe. I believe all the goalies went out for boost. And Chris is going to be able to slot that one in bottom corner nice and easy. It's going to be a 4-1 lead for UNT Dallas here just past the halfway point. As Perky try to put that one towards the net, put that one just wide. It's going to be Chris and Unit in a 50-50 with each other. It's a, unfortunately, not extremely solid pinch. Chris getting beat by Greeley here. Greeley beat Innovative Slayer. He cannot. What is Chris going to do on this sidewall? He's going to dribble this one out. Try to mirror Perky. Unit going to get 50'd by Wagon. And it's going to be Perky going up, trying to put this one up to Greeley, but it's going to be Innovative Slayer saying no, sir. Chris now gets his first flip back. And unfortunately was not able to control that one to the ground. It's going to be Perky with a nice double touch, but there's not going to be anybody home for Fanshawe College. This one went off the post and out, and Innovative Slayer getting the clear. Really not able to get the double. And it's going to be a shot attempt from Slayer. Unit harassing the goalie here. I believe no, he doesn't get the bump, but he does make Perky jump. An Innovative Slayer going to slot that one in to make it 5-1 for UNT Dallas with a minute 13 left as they are up 4 in this game 3, this closeout game. Unit getting the demo on a wagon, which means there's nowhere for really to put this ball. Really, though, is going to get the demo back onto the birthday boy, Chris. It's going to be Unit putting this ball out, and it's going to be Innovative Slayer bar down but not in, and Chris is going to finish it off. Innovative Slayer, unfortunately, does not get that goal as it went bar, floor, bar, and out, but it's going to be Chris dunking that one home for the birthday celebration. Going to be underway here very shortly. 40 seconds remaining in this one. It's going to be Unit popping this one out, but it's going to be Chris getting this ball back for UNT Dallas. Greeley going to put this one out front for a wagon, but it's going to be Chris with the birthday save. He's putting up all the stats here tonight. Innovative Slayer going to get a clear here. 30 seconds for Fanshawe to pull off a 5-goal miracle. Is possible in Rocket League. Perky gets that one by 1. Is going to be Innovative Slayer missing that one, but Wagon's going to put that one wide of the net. It's going to be Chris now with a dribble attempt here. Is going to get it past one, and he pop it out front for Unit, or Innovative Slayer off of the back bar, and it's going to be Unit with the Brazil as they go up 7-1 here. Not sure if that was a pass off the backboard or a shot attempt. Either way, it's going to be Unit finishing that one. 3 seconds remaining. 2-1. As soon as this ball touches the ground or goes in the net, is going to be the end of the night between UNT Dallas and Fanshawe College as UNT Dallas takes this one in a clean 3-0 victory.